Welcome brawlers, I'm MTG Hermit and today we're going to be playing Gollum Riddlemaster. For 1 and a black we get a 3/1 Halfling Horror. As Gollum enters you choose either odds or evens, and whenever an opponent casts a spell with the mana value of a chosen quality, you can either put a counter on Gollum, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life, or draw a card, and you can only do each one of those once. So we're not going to focus too much on sacrificing and getting back Gollum, but we do have the synergies. In case he dies, we can reanimate, maybe on Earth, or what's the alchemy one? Feed the bug to bring it back. Now, long-time viewers of the channel might notice this is pretty much the same deck that we played around a month ago with Black Widow. So it's the same command, it's the same deck, except we swapped the commanders, but we also are trying out a little new card. Well, not only Gollum, but there's another wolf here. Desolation Prowler is the one. This one is nice for an aggressive deck. It's a 2/2 for 2 mana, but if you pay 2 life it can become a 4/4, so pretty much what you want to do in a black deck. And it's, like I said, it's aggressive, so it should be interesting to see how it pans out. The rest is kind of an aggro deck. We have some 1-drops that grow, Stalactite Soaker, Knight of the Evil Legion, Moon Shadow. Then we have some 2-drops that have Menace, maybe Death Touch, or Dothy Voidwalker can be blocked. And of course Cosmic Bronco plus Dark Confidant. So we can put pressure on our opponent's life, which again, with Gollum we should be handy with that. And of course we have free removal and some cards that draws more cards when we deal damage to our opponent, Geeks and Elegy Acolyte. The rest is going to be removal, Hardened Disruption, so we also know what our opponent has and name properly, or so even. And the monocolor / competitive Brawl staples, Disruptor Flute, Winter Moon, and of course Jet Medallion in black. So that's the deck. Now let's head into the queue and make our opponent riddle us some riddles. Okay, so against Aggro, this is okay. We want removal. We have a couple of them. I think we snuff out the Guide of Souls and probably use Dismember on their commander. Shadow. So we need to snuff out right here. I guess we play the Medallion. It's nice to have an on-tap land, so next turn we have multiple. It seems like they have a 1 mana removal spell. Flowering of the White Tree. Yeah, I guess we can dismember here. Because we have the discount, we can only pay the 4 life. Love to see it. I think we go for Super Shredder. Gollum naming Ot. Destroy their colored mana. Super Shredder keeps getting more shredded. We might, well, not might, we have to make a decision with Betrayal, draw a card, or Disruptor Flute. Against Demolition Field is decent enough that we can play. Actually, we should go to combat first. Destroy their Triumph. They get a basic, probably a black basic swamp. And we play the Stalker. Oh, they get a mountain. They still cannot cast Surgo, so put a counter. Mardu Thunderkites gets put on their Chrome Mox. Wrong card. We Disruptor Flute here. Thunder's Decree. And might as well put you above them. So now they need 6 mana to cast their commander. They have 5 at the moment. If they have a creature here, they will. Okay, we drain. So it's fun that we got to see all 3 modes go off immediately. Well, the first game, I mean. Okay, opponent's gonna hit us, I think. Well, it's not like they could have done anything else. So yeah, and I think we played the Takenuma instead of keeping it for drawing. Dark Ritual. But at this point, the opponent is going to lose. They block Gollum, they take 4. We win. GG's. And I guess their biggest issue was their mana base. That's what hurt them the most. So yeah. Was gonna check. Yeah, they had a decent start, and obviously they kept for the swords. But once they used it on Super Shredder, we were left with Gollum, and Gollum just ran away with it. GG's. Okay, this is not ideal, but it's also not a bad hand, especially on the play. The biggest downside is we only have 1 black source and it's tapped. So I think we play Moonshadow. Actually, I should have played Gollum, name even. If they play Guiada, we draw a card. Or Arcade Signet, that also draws us a card, so that was on me. Starham Aspirant. And Guiada. There we go. I think we need to end the hunt. And we attack. There's a chance they might want to block and... Okay. Do we want the Hex or the Saboteur? Okay. Opponent doesn't let us. They might be frustrated actually because they are in low percentages of Mythic. 74. But yeah. I guess it's probably better to Hex. Even though we don't gain the life. So yeah, that's why I was wanted to keep it. And considering the Saboteur, getting back Moon Shadow, so who knows? I thought what I was thinking is they had Flawless Maneuver, but maybe that's not the card. Maybe they have the other the flare, the white flare that gives indestructible, and yeah, making it unusable. So who knows? GG's. All right. Against Kona. So we don't want to let it survive. Otherwise they are just going to be cheating out mana. Cameo of Bamboo Groves, that is okay. I think we play... actually, let's go for Gollum. And we're gonna name Odd. I guess we put a counter. Opponent is going to keep ramping, and now they have an outlet essentially, so they can get some Kona action. And that's pretty much why we put the counter first, because we know they are going to try to play Kona next, but also we want to pressure them, and also we want them to not block with Cameo of Bamboo Groves. Here, what's the play? Bronco, and I think we push the Kami. Now this is a 3-3 which can block Gollum, not ideal. But they need to crew it twice with Kona, or just station 7. More aptly. Cultivator's Caravan. I think we draw the card here. Chrome Mox. Alright. So this is saddle 3. Yeah, I think we're gonna eat the Kami. Then put Tiny Bones under the Mox and play Necro to draw a bunch of cards. Opponent seems to have something or other. Maybe it's artifact removal. So let's go to combat. Yeah, this loss of life is a little annoying. Bitter Triumph, it's not the worst. Yeah, we essentially overpaid one life. The way we would have with Necropotence. So let's... I guess we draw 6. I don't know what's happening to opponent. Voidwalker. Guess we discard the land. Hype of the Air there. Opponent has Mox Opal, sure. Do they have protection then? It seems like they do. Defend the rider, sure. So let's see what they cheat out. If it's huge, they might beat us. Portal to Pyrexia. Oof. Yep. That's horrible. Literally worst case scenario. I think we discard Academ's Awakening here. So in the end, the Mox Opal was very clutch for opponent. Let's see if we still have enough to beat them some way or another. Yeah, actually not ideal. They can just reanimate Kona. Didn't think about that. Draw a card. It's a land, and unfortunately we have no removal. Emrakul. Yeah, that probably beats us. I guess that was a mistake on my part. I needed to... Yeah, they probably only had one protection spell, so we needed to use Bitter Triumph during their turn. But I didn't want to discard more cards, so maybe I got a little greedy, but I needed to wait on that for sure. GG's. Okay, Gitrog, and we have Thoughtseize into Gollum. That's always a decent combo. Burgeoning, I still, so... Yeah, it would have to be... the burgeoning, and this way we are going to name. Oh, actually, even right the other one. So let's grief. And I think we take the Explorer. Yeah, this way they can play the Cobra, give us a card. Yeah, if they block, we decline. Yeah, first we crack Verdant Catacombs. It's essentially wasting a draw here, but I think we can afford it. So let's hit the Gollum. Create a copy. Okay. I think we take their recovery. Here we play Elegy Acolyte, attack, draw a card. Yeah. Okay, we could make the Explorer, I think. This way we can replay our fetch land over and over. As long as we draw it before the copy of Gollum. Or maybe we still shuffle. Again, because we knew their hand from the get-go. Not only were they slow, but once we disrupted them, they had no place, so all they produced was a chump blocker, which gave us a card, so we take it. GG's. Cloud Midgard Mercenary. And it seems they have Gemstone Caverns. Yeah, so does that change our play? Okay, they play Cloud, and I think they grab Sword of Feast and Famine, probably. Light and Shadow. Okay, kind of the same deal. So let's play Gollum on Odd. Yeah, I like how we get the essentially a card back if they play removal immediately. Those feel nice. Gain 3 life and return a creature. Yeah, not the worst. I guess, yeah, definitely Feast and Famine is a little worse for us in that sense. Umesawashite. Sure. Their confidence reveals Elegy Acolyte. think we attack here. If we trade, we can reanimate. Let's bring back Frodo. Still. Is this mystical Turor? Is that what they had all along? Tithe Taker. Yeah, in response we kill Cloud. And because we have the charm, we don't mind, we don't care about their afterlife. So that's good. Well, I guess strategic betrayal also works. This preacher is going away. An opponent very staunchly is not giving us a single piece of value with Gollum. Tranith Magistrate, sure. Swarm Saboteur. Let's put a counter and make our opponent sacrifice. Well, I guess it's 2 counters and lifelink. Opponent goes down to 4 life. Yeah, I don't know what they had for 1 mana. Why didn't they play it? This is removal. Is it protection? If it was protection, maybe they should have played it. Also, they are having mana issues and they sent away a land to Gemstone Caverns. So I think that was the mistake they made. The biggest mistake we can point to. Because we can technically mention wherever they are not playing, but we don't know if it's a good card or not. So yeah, okay, they concede. We will never know what opponent was about. GG's. Alright, alright. Let's Inquisition. Maybe follow up with Duress. If we need it. I don't love online sense hers. So the question is, do we play the land for Moonshadow? Maybe. Not a horror. So we're going to name Even. Put the counter first. Counter means we are going aggro. Bribery. We can live with that. Dispute. Yeah, maybe we take either the hairs or high noon. I guess the hairs since it can grow. Opponent plays their commander. They do lose life for it, so it's not horrible, but it is less than ideal. Liliana of the Pale. Sure.
Enough with the mysteries. Sacrifices must be made.
They can still replay if they draw land. But they are losing life to their fetch lands and also to their ancient tomb. Who unfortunately Fields of the Dead is bad for us. So let's play our creatures, I think. Discard a card since we're going to discard to Liliana anyways.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Okay, bribery is not horrible. And because of the World Tree, they can use their Ancient Tomb without paying life. Or only 1 mana, but still. The opponent takes Shieldred. I think we are setting lethal here. Opponent loses to life. Again to life. So I guess not quite lethal. Actually, it is lethal. Yeah. We just need to go to combat, attack. Okay. GG's. Yeah, even if they block Gollum, we sacrifice the Demolition Field, and that grows the Moon Shadow by 1, so it's lethal, and we take the game. It's kind of a sneaky play playing the priest, so we couldn't. So they didn't have to sack Shieldred, but it still wasn't enough. Thanks to both Moon Shadow and the Nether Goyf. So GG's. Greased. We don't have removal for it. An opponent is taking a mulligan, so okay. Think we might send the medallion. Or maybe the knight. I guess it's the medallion, so we can use the knight to pressure their commander. Okay, opponent has a strip mine. Ooh, and a Badger Molkov. That is bad news for us. Yep, really bad news. And now they can cast their Grist. So yeah, I think we might concede to this. Especially because this is double mana, so they have 4, they only need 1 more to recast. Meanwhile, we are stuck in 2, so yeah. Yeah, I think we concede here. GG's. Besiege the mirror, they were not gonna get something game winning here. Well, for this position at least. So GG's. MG. So I think we have, since we have a couple of pieces of removal as well as a saboteur, we are probably going to be very happy. Okay, Tormod's Creep for opponent. I guess in that case maybe we run Saboteur. Arcane Signet and Emery, sure. Let's see what they mill. Those are nice. At least Grindstone is. We're going to name Opt. Yep, let's put a counter. Opponent is taking damage. Disruptor Flute, I guess on Gollum. Liliana of the Veil. Liliana is not here at the moment, but we can take a message. Okay, I think we have Duress, we Duress. Then we play the Bronco and Dismember. Stifle, Dispel, Paradox Engine. Yeah, there might be an incentive for opponent to crack their Tormod script. They are at 8 now. Yeah, all they could do was replay Emery. And that's not going to be enough to not die. But also we had Boyuka Bog, so we take both Grindstone and Paradox Engine. Maybe that was the play instead of the Bronco. But anyway, we still win, so GG's. Okay, actually, I think we're at a severe disadvantage against Spider-Man here. So I think we're going to mine Spike and Grave Expectation next. Hopefully we get an answer for their commander. Ooh, an opponent is top 16, so they probably play a lot. Okay, Strip Mine. Annoying, but not the end of the world. Ooh, Snuff Out is actually decent. So let's mine Spike here. Spell Snare, use Disruptor Flute. Fortunately, it needs to be the Flute. Or maybe we can take a chance and take Deuce. Yeah, if they name Gollum with the Flute, we won't like it. But I think we will live. Okay, a land is great. What do we take? Strip Mine, I guess. We could also get the gate, but it's on tap. So I'm not sure we want it. Okay, good Snuff Out. And we do get the Strip Mine. Let's heist our opponent. One Shiton. Scavenger, Detective Phoenix. Can we cast Phoenix here? Not quite. Let's see the Strip Mine again. Dismember, that's good. Let's hit the gate. And I don't think we will cast Deus. We could try it so they have to spell snare it. Fixing Squelcher. So just one and one Phyrexian. wrong order. I wanted to use that for tiny bones. Yeah, we needed to cast the Squelcher from Tiny Bones, and here opponent is going to play their commander. And probably kill the bones. No, they kill the assimilator. Ooh, we cannot cast it, we need the actual colored mana for that. Bummer. Yeah, that exiling the Squelcher instead of casting it is probably what's going to give our opponent the win here. My bad. Yeah, GG's. And we are against Cloud again. Curious Farm Animals. Yeah, not a bad card. Not great also, but... Ooh, Sram. Yeah, that's gonna die here. Let's go for Gollum. On... Even. That stops Cloud, but I don't think... I'm not sure if it's going to be good against their other cards. Well, I say it stops, but they still can cast it, so... Okay. They let this happen. Ooh, Super Villain Lockup. I guess we draw a card. Yeah, they exile Gollum. Not ideal, but like I said in the previous, well, in some other game, it's nice that even though they remove it, we can still get a card out of it. Double Strike and an Axe. I guess let's Thoughtseize here. Defending Silence. Yeah, we should take Sokka. Kill that and attack. Yeah, I think we killed the lifelinker. I think we name out again. Even again, I mean. Can you even opponent? Ooh, Duress is a good one. Let's put the counter, I think. If anything else, we are going to Giggs's command, making sacrifice. Okay, actually we should destroy and put the counters. Yeah, I don't think Archangel should be played by opponent here. I mean, in the deck in general. So now we make our opponent lose, they get another equipment. Guess with Necropotence we can get mana back. Yeah, we can tutor for Shieldred, and that means we have GG's. Yeah, in their upkeep they lose to life when they draw their card, so... Okay, so Liliana of the Veil. Let's start with an Inquisition. And we take the Dark Ritual. With their Mind Spike, they might take our Necropotence more likely. So yeah, here we play Gollum, name Odds, and then Grief. Oh, I guess we take the March. So even if they cut down, we draw a card. That's the way we do. Yeah, and actually I just realized I made the huge mistake. Because we needed to put the counter, yep. Yeah, I messed that one up. For sure.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault. I've always hated.
Okay, so let's Gollum. Name Odds. Okay, and the hunt. Yeah, we can concede to that. Yeah, opponent messed up, but I messed up worse by not realizing they had messed up, so I really feel bad about that one. Okay, against Merry, Squire of Rohan. I feel we use cut down, our biggest shame. Here we name even with Gollum. Opponent could have removal and another 1-drop. But in case they want to play Merry, I think. Okay. Draw a card. Then March X equals 2. Humiliation, okay. Little funny, but I think we take it. There's a chance opponent takes removal here. I think that works in our favor. Otherwise we want to play Nethergoyf and if possible Knight's Whisper, depending on what they take with the invasion. Okay, they take the Whisper. So what's the plan then? Play Nethergoyf, keep on the defense. So yeah, the funny thing is after 3 triggers, Gollum is already a vanilla, but this way they denied us the counter and the drawing a card. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I kind of thought they were going to play Feli instead of the Spider-Man, but Stoneforge armor. Yeah, please take the 4th life. We'd love to see that. Exile Felia. Then I think we Virtue here. The Grave Researcher, attack. If they have a high C3 drop, they will put us in a bind. But if they just Merry attack, make a Ball Lightning, we are happy with that. Okay, sure. But I think we win in the crackback, so I think opponent miscalculated. Stormfront armor is descending aggro. Well, it's great if you are the aggro, but this game we were the aggro, so opponent has no way to stop us. And they just took 8 life for pretty much nothing, so GG's. Nashi. We're going to keep on the fact that we have the Stalker. I think it's going to do some work if our opponent lets it. But it is a little awkward having Necro Dominance and Necro Potence at the same time. Ooh, speaking of which, I guess that matter is resolved. Volume on even. Interland Harbor for opponents. Hero Triumph, I guess we draw a card. Yep, to the command zone. Yeah, we played the Menace guys, I think. Ambassador of Heaven. And does opponent have a fetchland here? Yeah, they do, and they also draw a card from the Architect. So I think we might put the counters on the Architect. Since that way, they get a fetch land. Because they are already incentivized to attack with it instead of the Ambassador. Yeah, so opponent is drawing a bunch of cards. We are not too happy with that, but I think we'll manage. Let's draw first, I think. 2 lands. Yeah, I don't love that. And obviously Demolition Field is also going to give them a card draw because they are going to get one that is a basic from the Architect. So we need to kind of close this game fast. Okay, opponent is going to delve, I think. They probably keep it a triumph, if I had to guess. So they can get it back with Nashi, but... Oh, they go all the way for Treasure Cruise. I guess in that case, we probably play the Knight, play Necropotence, pay for life. The Knight is going to grow. And we will probably have some decent removal. Yeah, actually maybe we could have gotten another card because we don't want to keep neither the Confidant nor Demolition Field, so... Okay, opponent stifles the Knight trigger. Ooh, and the Cavern of Souls gets the Ambassador trigger, which is the real best trigger they have. Thoughts is, I guess they take Grixis command, probably. The bad news is they have a bunch of cards, they are gonna draw all the cards in the world, but the good news is we still have... They are losing life, so they are not out of the woods yet. Here... We play Emperor of Bones and Grave Researcher, I think. We attack with the Saboteur and I think put the counter on the Architect. Okay, I think no matter what, the shaman goes here. And then we play the researcher, grow the stalker. Pay for life. What say you? I guess we should have kept the search for the swamp, so we could have, in this case, March of Wretched Sorrow up. Yeah, our opponent's biggest problem is they have only 5 mana for now. So they are limited in the stuff they can do. Okay. So let's keep this. People Yukabog, exile their graveyard. And what is the play here? I think we kill the architect. Then probably we eat the saboteur with Emperor of Bones. Yeah, that seems like a decent plan. Okay, they did get the stifle back. So I think... do we attack still? If they block 2 things, this dies. They take 5, so I guess maybe we just attack with the stalker. Yeah, and this is probably the decisive turn. Let's see how it pans out. Okay, they are going to draw some cards. So yeah, the fact that we can hit them for 2 life also is not nothing. But they might have other stuff they can do here. Okay, where is on guard to get back? Flooded Strand is not... It's an okay play, but we are still putting pressure on them, so... So they go to discard and they still have 4 mana. Got down. Yeah, that's not what we want. So... I think we get the Saboteur now. Go to combat, attack. We have a chance to pump the knight. Dismember. Okay, we activate again. Put the counter on the Sun Guard. Good game, says opponents. Good game. Yep, they could block 3, potentially. So, I guess they needed to... Yeah, they needed to dismember during their turn. I don't know why they waited for it. I think that was their bad play of the game. Otherwise, I guess we are still in it, even if they did that, because we would... In response, we adapt. Actually, we didn't have the mana, so yeah, they needed to do it. Or did we have the mana? Yeah, but if we somehow got to do 3 creatures on the graveyard, then we reanimate the Emperor of Bones and reanimate the Saboteur, I guess. And also we had Signing Blood for 2 extra damage, so... I don't know what the correct play was for opponent, but we got through their insane card advantage. I guess we also had Necropotence, which definitely helped, so can't complain about their unfair stuff. GG's. So that's gonna be it for today. The deck is definitely strong. And yeah, pretty much no notes. Like I said, this was already a decent deck with Black Widow, but I think Gollum had a decent amount of mind games that definitely help, and obviously also a decent amount of value. In the card draw, the counter, which definitely helps, as we saw when I misplayed against Cut Down. And obviously the Drain is just a little cherry on top, especially if we are playing aggressive, so definitely would recommend if you are looking for a mono black commander or black in general. Black is either the best or the second best color in competitive Brawl. Just if it's the second best, it's because blue is just a little bit better, not by a lot, but yeah, I definitely like how strong this deck is. So thank you for watching. I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.